In a quiet village surrounded by green hills and dusty roads, people lived simple but hard-working lives. Farmers woke up before sunrise to tend their crops. Shopkeepers prepared their stalls in the market, and craftsmen spent long hours perfecting their work. Among the villagers lived a young man named Aaron. Aaron worked as a stone cutter. Every day, he climbed the rocky hills outside the village and spent hours cutting stones under the hot sun. His job was difficult. His hands were rough, his clothes were often covered in dust, and the work seemed endless. One afternoon, as Aaron rested under a tree, he looked at the wealthy merchant passing through the village in a golden carriage. The merchant wore fine clothes and was surrounded by servants. Ari inside. "Why must my life be so hard?" he murmured. "If only I were as rich and powerful as that merchant." Days passed, but the thought never left his mind. Aaron became unhappy with his work. He felt small and powerless. One evening, while sitting alone on the hillside, he whispered to the sky, "I wish I could become powerful. I wish I could be someone important." To his surprise, a mysterious voice answered, "Your wish will be granted." Suddenly, Aaron found himself transformed into a wealthy merchant. He now owned large houses, beautiful clothes, and servants who followed his every command. At first, Aaron was delighted. People respected him wherever he went. He could buy anything he wanted. But one day, as he traveled through the city, he saw the king riding through the streets with soldiers and guards. Everyone bowed before the king. Aaron realized that even as a merchant, he still had to bow to someone else. "I wish I were the king," Aaron said. Again, the mysterious voice spoke. "Your wish will be granted." In a flash, Aaron became the king. He sat on a magnificent throne, wearing a golden crown. Soldiers protected him, and people obeyed his orders. For a moment, he felt truly powerful. But one day, during a royal parade, the scorching sun beat down upon him. The heat was unbearable. Even the king could not command the sun to stop shining. Ari looked up at the blazing sky. "The sun is more powerful than a king," he thought. "I wish I were the sun." The voice returned. "Your wish will be granted." Aaron became the sun, shining brightly across the world. He felt strong as his rays touched mountains, oceans, and cities. But soon thick clouds moved across the sky and blocked his light. The sun could not shine through them. Frustrated, Aaron said, "The clouds are stronger than the sun. I wish I were a cloud." Again, the voice granted his wish. Now Aaron floated across the sky as a giant cloud. He moved wherever the wind carried him and poured rain upon the earth. He felt powerful as rivers filled and trees drank his rain. But suddenly, a strong wind pushed the cloud across the sky. Aaron realized he had no control. "The wind is stronger than the cloud," he thought. "I wish I were the wind." The voice answered once more, "You shall become the wind." Now Aaron rushed across the world with incredible speed. He blew across oceans, forests, and cities. Nothing seemed able to stop him. Until one day he reached a huge mountain. No matter how hard the wind pushed, the mountain did not move. It stood firm and unshaken. Aaron was amazed. "The mountain is stronger than everything," he said. "I wish I were the mountain." And so the voice granted his final wish. Aaron became a giant mountain. He stood tall and powerful. Storms hit him, winds blew against him, and rain fell endlessly, yet he remained unmoved. The first time, he felt truly strong. But then something unexpected happened. Down at the base of the mountain, a small figure was working with a hammer and chisel, a stone cutter. Piece by piece, the man was cutting stones from the mountain. With every strike, tiny pieces of the mountain broke away. Aaron suddenly understood something shocking. Even the mighty mountain could be shaped by the persistent work of a stone cutter. And that stone cutter was just like the man he used to be. At that moment, The mysterious voice spoke again. Do you now understand? Aaron replied quietly, yes. True power does not come from wishing to be someone else. It comes from dedication and hard work. The voice answered, then return to who you truly are. In an instant, Aaron was back on the hillside with his hammer and chisel in his hands. But this time, something had changed. He no longer complained about his work. Instead, he picked up his tools with determination. Every strike of the hammer now felt meaningful. Day after day, Aaron worked patiently and skillfully. His dedication soon made him the most respected stone craftsman in the entire region. People traveled from distant towns to buy his beautifully carved stones. Years later, Aaron built his own workshop and trained many young apprentices. He had finally become successful, not through wishes, but through perseverance. And whenever someone complained about their difficult work, Aaron would smile and say, never underestimate the power of persistence. Even a mountain can be shaped by steady effort. Moral of the story: true success does not come from wishing for an easier life. It comes from working hard and becoming the best version of yourself.